One of the worst mistakes you can make in life, and one of the worst things you can do to yourself, is settling. Now, this holds true whether we're talking about something as elementary as buying a shirt or a toaster oven, or a car, or something as much more important and potentially harmful as a partner, settling with a man or a woman that you really is not your top choice, but you're settling for a combination of reasons. There's an old saying that rich people spend the money once and poor people spend the money many times. In practical terms, it's very, very much true, of course. It means that, poor people want to go, buy, let's say, a toaster oven. They buy the cheapest one, or a luggage. They buy the cheapest one, which of course is low quality and it breaks. And they have to buy it again and again and again. Whereas a wise, more well-heeled, wealthy person understands that you get what you pay for, and it buys the quality one the first time, and it lasts a very long time. The same holds true with any aspect of life when we're talking about settling. Never, never, never settle. It is absolutely and it is actually better to be without than to be with low quality. You want to buy a shirt for yourself, and you see that the one that's 50% polyester is cheaper than the one that's 100% cotton or silk or natural fiber. And you say, well, it's cheaper, I'm going to buy it. Well, you're going to wear it and you're going to regret it for the rest of time. Aldo Gucci, the guy who formed the Gucci company, he said, quality is remembered long after price is forgotten. And that's very true, gentlemen. It's very true. You want to buy quality or don't have it at all. I know it sounds harsh. I know it sounds brutal. But hey, that is life. That is reality. Life is brutal and harsh. And life is cold. And reality is cold. You want to learn it the hard way, or you want to know it beforehand and let others make the mistake and learn from the mistakes of others. Do not settle. Settling is something that you're gonna have to, you will be regretting for the duration of time that you're dealing with the item that you settled with. A lot of these things sounds basic, but basic is where everything starts, and basic is the foundation of what everything else is laid upon. When you want to make a building, my father was in construction business. What do you do first? The first thing is you dig the ground deep, and then you build a foundation on which the structure is placed on. And these basic things, if you are starting in any effort with a shaky foundation, then guess what the rest is going to be. If you are settling with a partner, I swear I actually had a friend who went to a foreign country. He had a 2-week vacation from his job, and he was desperate to get married. So he went to a foreign country and to look for a wife, and he had already arranged with some friends and family, for suitable women that they thought would be good for him. So when he came back, he was engaged, and I asked him, so how did it go? Did you find a wife? He says, yeah, I only had 2 weeks, and it's not my top choice, but I only had 2 weeks, and I settled on one, and we got engaged. I knew in my heart immediately, just my common sense, that was gonna be doomed. That relationship was gonna be doomed. Of course, he brings the girl over to the West. She starts having an affair with his own boss, with his boss, and they divorce, and then that affair also falls apart, and now she's alone living as a single mother. And his children hate him because the mother has poisoned the 2 daughters against him. That's going off a tangent a bit, but it really hasn't. We're talking about a foundation. When you're settling on something, you're building a shaky foundation, guaranteed down the line, guaranteed to make you regret it throughout the time that you're stuck with that poor decision of settlement that you made. So if you take away anything from this video is when you're doubtful about something, who said it? When there's a doubt, there's no doubt. You know, when you're about to settle, stop yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's better to go without. It's better to go without than to settle and be with something that you are, you know, half satisfied with. That you know it's not really what you wanted, but you settled anyway, and now you spent the money, you spent the time, you expended the effort, and now you're with something that you're not happy with. And on the other side, worse, when you're with somebody who has settled with you, if you sense for 1 second that somebody is settling with you, somebody is not 110%, with you, you walk away. And how do you know that? Very easy. We've talked about this in these videos. You know very well when you're dealing with we're not talking about inanimate objects now. We're not talking about a shirt or a toaster oven or a luggage. We're talking about another human being. Believe me, you will know, unless you're mentally retarded, you will know very quickly if a woman you're pursuing is into you 100% or 99.5%, which I said before is not enough. If you're a smart man, you know 99.9 is not enough. It has to be 100. And there are indications that she's, with you 100%. She responds to you right away. She her body language is close to you. She leans into you. All those markers that a woman, she looks at you in a certain way. She smiles at you in a certain way. A woman innately, a woman from birth knows ways to let you know that she's interested in you. She has ways, and again, unless you are mentally retarded and mentally incapable of deciphering and reading those signs, you will know. Believe me, you will know. The problem is many men lie to themselves. They ignore those signs. They ignore the signs that she's not 100% into you. They ignore. They say, oh well, she answered me after 2 days, so she's interested, otherwise she wouldn't answer at all. No, you're settling. You are settling. You are lying to yourself, and you will pay for it dearly down the line. Never settle. Never settle. You'll be much happy. You'll walk much more proudly with your shoulders back and your head up when you go for something that you truly want, as opposed to settling for something that you thought you could get. All the best. Signing out from this, not the best part of Athens, Greece. Till I see you again.